Hi, in today's video, I want to share with you a few simple things that you can do to get ready for the summertime. And the first area I want to touch on are your feet. I know some of us have really problematic feet and you need to go in, you need to have a pedicure, you need for them to really thoroughly exfoliate your feet. But for some of us, our feet don't develop that thickening, and it's not quite as dramatic. So what I do is very, very simple. I will go in for a pedicure maybe once a year. And then normally what I do is I use three simple products to keep my heels looking moisturized and not crusty and older looking. So in the shower, I keep one of these always, all year round, and it's by Spongeables. It's the Pedi Scrub in a sponge. And this is the shea butter and tea tree oil one. Here's what it looks like out of the package. It's still got the wrapper on it. This is actually hardened because it's full of the soap. But you want to get this wet in the shower, run this across the bottoms of your feet, and get them nice and soapy. Then flip it over and use this scrubby area on your feet. It isn't too harsh, but it's not too soft. And I really take my time and I move around my heel and on the bottom of my feet in circular motions. I do it every single shower. That way you don't have to spend a lot of time, but if you do it every time, if you're consistent, it really makes a difference. So I do that, and then I found this particular file at Target, which I really like because I like the shape of it. If you can see, it's curved, and on this side, it's got a grittier, looks like sandpaper actually, but a grittier surface. And then on the other side, when you flip it over, it's got a more fine grit on it. So I start off using this, and I really get in there and focus on my heel. And of course you have to get it wet first. Then using this other side, I go ahead and polish up my heels and the bottoms of my feet with that. So once I get out of the shower, I'll just grab a nice lotion. I think this CeraVe one is perfect because it's pretty thick, so it's gonna really be more helpful for your feet. It's the CeraVe moisturizing cream, but you could use any moisturizer that you really like as long as it's thick enough to really benefit your feet, really soak in and benefit your feet. And I'm lazy, I don't always put socks on right afterwards. I usually take a shower in the morning, so I just moisturize my feet and then I go. And the next thing I would do would be polish my toenails. And I absolutely love these light colored polishes from Essie. They're fairly new. I think they came out the beginning of the spring. And one is called Press Pause. That's this one. It is a very light gray. It's got a tiny bit of blue in it. You probably can't tell from this lighting. It almost looks off-white, but it actually has a tiny bit of gray in it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's neutral. It goes with anything you wear. And if you're fair like me, your feet will look more tan, which is a big bonus. I love that color. So does my daughter. And then this other one that I really like is called Mindful Meditation. And it's a little bit warmer in tone. It's more of sort of a really, really light nude color. It's beautiful as well. And these go with everything. And then next, what I would do is some self-tanning. Now, of course, you can get the Jergens Natural Glow. I think for the face, it's called, the one I like is called the Healthy Complexion Daily Facial Moisturizer. I used to use that years ago. It was my go-to. I didn't have a problem with it. I really, really liked it. Right now, my go-to is by ULTA, and it is the Sunless Tan Anti-Aging Face Serum. It actually has really beneficial ingredients in it, and so I use it as a serum step when I'm self-tanning my face, so I don't have to do an additional step. And I'm getting some peptides and some things in there that are really good, as well as being able to self-tan my face. It's not dramatic, but it can build up if you aren't using acids and retin-A in between. You can build it up over the course of 2-3 days to look a little bit more tan. But I absolutely love this. It's a little pricey, so you absolutely can go with the Jergens, but this is great if you want to give it a try. Especially, I got it at ULTA, and if you have a 20% off coupon or if it's on sale, great time to get it. Then for my body, I am loving the Tan Luxe The Body. I talked about this in my favorites. I'm almost out of it. You can add this to any body lotion that you use. If you're in the South, you want a really light body lotion, you add a few drops of this in with several pumps, put it on. It's not going to mess up your clothes. It's not going to get streaky and patchy. It's great. You don't have to do an additional like self-tanning whole routine and step. You want to keep your body exfoliated a little bit in the shower. Make sure you scrub all those rough areas. But when you add this to lotion, it doesn't get stuck anywhere. It's really, really a nice, easy self-tanner to use. But you can, of course, use Jergens Natural Glow Daily Moisturizer. That one is good as well. So what I do to take care of my hands, because often we forget, I have many times. My hands are really pale, but from my wrist down, I'm looking a little more gold. So be sure to remember, right before you go to bed, maybe give yourself 5 minutes to let it sink in and dry down. You want to add either your face self-tanner or your body self-tanner to the backs of your hands. And how I do it that is really helpful is I use a very small amount, and I like to use this e.l.f. It's called the Foundation Blurring Brush. Really inexpensive brush. And I will add some to the tip of the brush, and then I will just go in circular motions, keeping my hand nice and tight, and go in between my knuckles and across my fingers, making sure everything's nice and tight, and going in between my fingers a little bit and along the sides of my hands as well. And I just take that small amount and I really buff it in. But you don't have to do this all the time, but every so often it really looks nice if you've been self-tanning your body quite a bit. Also for the summertime, you want to take care of your hair. You might be swimming, you might be out in the sun a whole lot more, so you want to kind of hold off on blow drying your hair all the time, flat iron, curling iron. I recognize if you go to work and you have to style your hair, feel that you want to style your hair before work, that's, totally up to you. But it would be nice for your hair on the weekends, or at least one weekend day, to go without the heat styling. Also, be sure to use a hair mask a couple times a week in the summertime. It's really hard on your hair to get all that sun. So I would be using a really nice, rich hair mask. This one is by Oblifica. It's a sea berry hair mask. It's absolutely gorgeous. It does an excellent job smoothing, moisturizing, making your hair nice and silky. I get it off of Amazon. And then a new mask that I just picked up is by Colleen Rothschild's. It's the new Quench and Shine Restorative Mask for all hair types. This one is beautiful as well. Or just get a mask from Target, Walmart, wherever you know that you really have a good mask, your go-to mask for your hair, go ahead and pick that up. Another option, which is much more affordable, is this jojoba oil. This one is organic from Whole Foods, but you could pick it up on Amazon or almost anywhere. I would use a small amount if I were using this for my leave-in conditioner, which I have done. I'll put about a nickel size in the palm of my hand because my hair is longer, and I will put it in from about here down when it's damp and really smooth it in, brush it through, and go ahead and let it dry like that. But be sure not to use too much because it is an oil. And of course, be sure to use your SPF, whatever kind that you love, for your body, for your face. Even if you're wearing makeup or a BB or CC cream that has SPF, put that additional SPF on. Take those extra few minutes. My favorite for the body is by Nivea Sun, and it's the Super Water Gel SPF 50. I get this on Amazon. It's well worth it. It's nice and thin, and it soaks right into your skin. There's no white cast. There's no drawn out waiting time rubbing it in and letting it sink in. It just does it very quickly, so it's easy on the go. This one is by Dear Claire's. It's the Soft Airy UV Essence. It's got an SPF of 50. It is a chemical sunscreen, but it does not sting my face. It has not broken me out. I really do like this sunscreen. It's great. It's pretty thin, doesn't leave a big white cast. I'm gonna put it on over this body SPF I just did, so hopefully it will do a good job. But yeah, you can tell it just sinks right in. It's great. I made a video last summer about SPF in clothing, and so I'll go ahead and put that up. So be sure to watch that if you're interested in getting hats, gloves, t-shirts, or anything that have that extra protection for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.